All right. Sorry about that. I'm a little bit late because I haven't done this in a while, so I forgot how to start the stream. Feel like an idiot, but whatever. Welcome to whoever's watching, and yeah, I have a bunch of things I want to talk about today. Before I do that, I'm gonna give you guys a minute or so to get in here, and once I start seeing people showing up and commenting, I'll start talking, and if not, I'll just start talking anyways. So I'll give you guys a minute. All right, I'll get started on what I want to talk about. So somebody left a comment just before I went live. Well, not just before, about an hour or so ago, about Kim on one of the videos, and I wanted to address that. Before I do that, I want to talk about the last video I made. I want people to understand that you're welcome to watch whatever you want to watch, but know who you're talking to, right? Like, if you hear me strongly state an opinion about something, which pretty much is everything I talk about on this channel, right? So if I strongly feel a certain way about something, regardless of what I talk about, that's what I think about it. And it's going to be extremely difficult for any human to convince me to think otherwise. Usually if I change my mind, it's because of my own self. There's never really a time that I can think of where somebody comes along and tells me something and I change my mind. I don't think that's ever happened in my entire life, to be honest. But I'll listen to people, right? I'll hear what you have to say, and then I'll correct you where you're wrong. But as far as you coming along and trying to educate me or tell me what you think you know, when you don't know what you're talking about, don't waste your time. Just don't even bother, because you're not going to teach me anything. You're not going to educate me or change my mind or make me see your point of view. If you don't agree with what I have to say, then don't agree. And if you don't like what I have to say, then don't like it. That's your own decision, right? Like you decide what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. You decide who you want to watch and who you don't want to watch, right? And that last video, I had people, well, this one person, and this happens every time I make a Kim video, they have to tell me how much they don't like her, don't believe her. They've been watching her for so long and she's been lying, making things up, blah, 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 right? The whole shebang. I'm like, okay, yeah, I've heard this a million times already. You don't have to believe anyone. You don't have to listen to anyone. If you're choosing to continuously listen to someone that you don't believe, that sounds like a you problem, right? You keep watching videos on someone that you don't believe or you don't think is credible, but you keep doing it. So whose fault is that really? Who's the one that's doing that to you? Is Kim doing it to you, or are you doing it to yourself? Because you can easily just click off and not watch her, right? And don't watch me either, right? If you don't like what I have to say, it is what it is. I want people to watch, but I'm not for everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm not for very many people. My audience is niche and very small because not too many people can understand what I'm saying. But I do appreciate the ones that watch me because you're watching me for a reason. And you know that what I'm saying is what it is, or you wouldn't watch me, right? And that's why my subs have continued to grow, not at a rapid pace because I haven't made a lot of content, but people don't usually sub off my channel unless YouTube does something, which they kind of did when I hit 600. They subbed off a few people, but it is what it is. That's what YouTube does. They like to play dirty games. And that's why I tell people that the evil ones are well aware of me. They know who I am. They know what I'm about. And they don't like me, right? So they make my life as difficult as they can. And Kim is going through the same thing as I am. You know, in a much, I guess, grander scale, if you want to call it that. But we're all going through it, right? With these evil entities that control the world. And I have to deal with my own issues. And that's why I take time away from YouTube. I have my personal life. And that's where they like to attack me, right? Is my personal life. That's usually where they get a lot of people that they don't like. They go after your friends, your relatives, family members, loved ones, significant others, whatever, children. You know, people that are close to you, right? Colleagues at work, whatever. They'll go after those people to get them to attack you. And that's what I have happening in my life consistently. The people that are closest to me turn out to be the people that I could trust the least. So, you know, before I made YouTube, I had realized this, and I had closed myself off from the world for a while. And I was like, I'm not going to trust anyone. I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm just going to stay to myself and do my own thing. And it was working for me for a while. But then I decided to open my heart up and be nice and cool and kind with people when I started making videos, you know, because I was trying to grow an audience and all of that. And then I let certain people get too close to me, and it was a bad idea. Let's just say that. But anyways, so that person that made that video, or those comments, and I made that video about them, it's the same, like, it's like copy and paste, right? That's why I called him clone whatever. Because he's like a clone of all these other people that come and say the same exact thing about Kim. And I'm like, you sound like everyone else that watches Kim for money, right? And I'm going to show you guys another example of that. I don't know if I'm going to post up the comment or I'm just going to read it out. But I'm going to read the comment that I got about an hour or so ago. And this person really like irritated me because I was like, what's wrong with your mind? And they don't seem to be like a bad person, but just what they said was so stupid that I was like, well, why? Like, why do you think like this? But anyways, I'm going to read to you what this person said. And they said it on the Real Talk episode 27. I believe it's the same video that the last person commented on. And this is a fresh comment, right? So this person said to me, I have supported Kim too many on different media. Well, no offense, Lee Edwards or whatever your name is, but please learn how to speak English properly before you try to put your thoughts into words. Just please. But anyways, he says, I have supported Kim too many on diff media. But one interview, she says, this is going to happen. Next interview, this is happening. I wish, I really do, that Kim is for real. But this Friday, 7/10/2023, Kim says the government won't give in and it could take 50 years. She has a landline to God who told her, you have the AI system, go have fun. One interview with Sunny, we all made it. The light has won. And we all should be feeling the energies coming through the lower astral has been cut off. Then she comes back with some other BS. I wish after paying, notice this is about money again. I wish after paying for sub last 2 to 3 years that her predictions would come through. Okay, so this is what I have to say to this person. And I already left comments on this person's I really said some things, but I'm gonna say it. Maybe I should just read the comments that I responded with, because my problem with this person, just like every other person that complains about Kim, it's always about money. First of all, why are you sub to her if you don't want to be sub, right? If you're subbing to Kim, you're subbing because you want to, you want to help her out, you want to support her, whatever, right? But you obviously don't, because you're expecting by your sub, you're expecting something back from her. That's why you're sub to her. So because what you expected from her did not come back to you, you're disappointed in her and you have a problem with her. So you think she's, what is this? She said, then she comes back with some BS. So in her mind, what Kim says is BS because Kim isn't babysitting this person. I don't know if it's a he or she, whatever. I don't care. But this person isn't being babysat by Kim. Kim is not holding their hand and giving them money and making, all these little things that this person wants from Kim. It's not happening. So this person is upset, right? And my thing is, either support her or don't support her. Believe her or don't believe her. That's what I've been telling people since the first day that I ever talked about Kim. It's up to you to do this. But the biggest issue I have with this person, just like everyone else that complains about her, is that they want Kim to do the work for them. And this person, he, she, whatever, thinks, well, if I'm paying her $8 a month or whatever it is, that means that Kim should come through and save me. That's the mindset of this person. When Kim has said consistently, I'm not anyone's savior. I'm not here to save anybody. You got to save yourself. You got to do the work yourself. Kim is just telling you how to do things, how you should go about doing things. She's not telling you that she's going to do it for you. She's been very adamant about saying that people have to take responsibility for their own lives. That, to me, you shouldn't even have Kim or anyone tell you that. You should just know that. That should just be common sense. Take control over your own life and make the changes in your life that you want. If you want the world to change, you have to change it. You can't wait for Kim or anyone. No one is going to save you. No, not Jesus, not God, not Kim. No one is coming to save you and do the work for you. You need to do it yourself. So if something's wrong with the world and you don't like it, that's a you problem because you're not doing anything about it. And I've been preaching that since I've made both of my channels, my original and this one. People need to take responsibility for their lives. Stop waiting for somebody else to save you. Just like me, like I'm not here to save anybody. I'm here to tell you guys what's going on and to encourage you, try to encourage you, wake you up so that you can do something about it. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to save you. I'm just telling you what's going on. Figure it out and do something about it. Because not Kim, not me, not anyone else is going to save you. And I can't do it by myself. Kim can't do it by herself. No one can do it by themselves. It takes a collective effort from every person to put in their work and their part to change the world. That's how it's going to change. That's how it's going to get better. And she's been very adamant about that. So is it her fault that you don't understand what she's saying to you? That you can't comprehend her words? So she's the one that's wrong and full of BS because you don't get what she's saying? No, that's your own damn fault. And that's the issue that I have with these people is they're consistently blaming Kim because they're irresponsible with their lives and they don't have money or Kim hasn't saved them or whatever. And it's annoying because they want to tell me about it. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not Kim, so I don't know why you're telling me this. Like, what do you want me to do? Put Kim in her room and spank her or like lock her up? Like, what do you want me to do to Kim? You telling me this doesn't make me want to do anything except tell you that you're an idiot. That's it. And that you need to wake up and figure out what to do in this world to change it for the better. That's why people like me and Kim are here. We're trying to tell you what you need to do so that you can save yourself. That's the whole point. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to save me. I'm not expecting Kim or anybody to save me. I know that if I want things to change or be better, I have to do my part, which is what I'm doing here now. That's what I have this channel for. I'm trying to do my part. But I can't do it by myself. No one can do it by themselves. So you guys need to wake up and take some ownership. Take some responsibility. Stop waiting for a savior. No one is coming. No one. You got to do it yourself. That's it. That's the truth. The real truth. Whether you like it or not. So that's what I have to say to this person. I mean, I went a little harder in the comment section because I was annoyed. But I hope they get the message and I hope they get the point. And they have selective hearing, right? Because there are a lot of people that watch Kim, and their mindset is, well, as long as she feeds me sweet nothings and tells me the world is going to change and get better and we're evolving and all this other stuff, as long as she keeps feeding me this stuff and makes me feel good, I'm gonna support her. That's how these people are. But when she tells them something like, you need to be your own savior and you need to fix your own life and take some responsibility for your actions, they don't want to hear that. That's when Kim is full of BS, right? Oh, she's full of BS. How could she say that to me? She's supposed to save me. She's supposed to take care of me. She's supposed to give me money. Why isn't she doing this? That's where they say Kim becomes full of BS, right? But when she's saying, hey, everything is rainbows and gumdrops, they're like, oh, I love Kim. Kim is so great. See, I'm a real person. I don't play these games. I see things for what they are, right? Kim is the same way. And she tells people the truth. Whether people want to listen to it or hear it or not, that's their own fault, right? But anyways, if you're in the comments or in the chat, you can say hi, you can talk, you can ask me a question. I'm going to reiterate that these live streams are for the audience or for the viewers. It's not really for me to babble. Like, I do babble sometimes, like I just did, because I haven't talked in a while in a live stream. And I just wanted to get those points out. But I'm here for you guys to interact with me. So I would appreciate it if you guys wanted to talk and ask me questions or just make a comment or say if you agree or disagree. If you don't think I'm right about something, if you saw one of my videos and you said you were off on this, hey, say what you got to say. But I'm going to be here for probably another 40 minutes, maybe longer, depending on the conversations. And we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, as far as what's going on in the world, I'm going to keep talking since nobody's saying anything. As far as what's going on in the world, this world is so psychotic. Like, I stopped watching everyone and everything a couple of months ago because I was like, why am I watching this stuff? It was like repetitive nonsense over and over and over about how crazy things are. And I wasn't seeing any real change or improvement from anyone or anything. I didn't see anybody doing anything. By the way, if you're here, can you please sub and hit the like button because it promotes the channel and the algorithm gets more people to watch. But I would greatly appreciate that, by the way. But as I was saying about the world, things are just chaotic and psychotic, and it's a consistent repetition of nonsense. And I get tired of seeing it. I get tired of talking about it because people don't want to do anything about it. People just want to complain and complain and complain, but they don't want to actually lift a finger to actually make a change in the world. Like this last person that I talked about, or the person I made a video about. They want someone else to do the work for them. They don't want to do anything themselves. And then you get the world that we have now, right? Because everyone's a pacifist, just letting things happen. And nothing is getting better. Nothing is improving. But if you're here, I appreciate you showing up. Please hit the like button. Please hit the sub button. And please comment if you want to comment or ask me a question or talk about anything. Usually I have people already in here talking to me. My other live streams, if you watch those, you'll see. I used to have regulars just show up and talk, but today is pretty quiet compared to normal. So, and that's because I haven't been doing this for a while, right? So I don't expect too many people to show up. I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to wait to see if anybody else shows up. Again, if you show up, you want to talk, you want to ask a question, go ahead and do it. I'll be right back. Just needed a quick water break. But yeah, as I was saying, people need to take responsibility for their lives. People need to learn how to be uh, responsible and do their own thing, right? Instead of letting others control their lives. Because the way we got into the situation is giving control to others. And that's why our lives are the way they are. People want to give their control away to politicians, kings, queens, whatever, monarchs, right? Whatever system any country has that controls the rest of the country, it's all the same to me, because you're just giving your power away to somebody else to tell you what to do. That's all that it is to me. That's the whole point of governments, right? And I get tired of people doing this and then complaining that the world is messed up, or why there's so many wars, why is there so much death and killing and destruction and evil, because you're giving your power away to evil people to control you and dominate you and do evil things to you. That's why. Stop giving your power away to others. You shouldn't give your power away to anyone, not even Kim. Do your own thing and do the right thing. Most everybody, I believe, is born with an innate ability to know what right from wrong is. And you just have a sense when you're doing something wrong or doing something right. Some people just enjoy doing evil things, even though they know it's wrong. That's just the way some people are built, right? That's why you call those people evil. But I think everyone pretty much, for the most part, knows when they're doing something wrong or good. They can just tell, especially if you see how it affects someone else, right? And if someone did that to you, how you would feel. But going off of that, then everybody should be able to do the right thing, right? Hey, where brother, how are you? Thank you for showing up. I'm just babbling at this point, just waiting for people to show up and talk. I'm glad you said something though. You have any questions or anything you want to talk about? I'll talk about whatever. I don't care. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were here for that, but I was basically saying that the streams are for the viewers and the subs. So you guys, it's for you guys to talk to me, interact, and ask me questions or whatever. And if you're not sub, can you please sub? And if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. It helps the promotion. I got to 600, and after I made the video, I lost a few subs. I don't know if it was because of YouTube messing with my channel or what, because it just dropped. But whatever. I'll get back. All I need is 2. I was at $5.99 before I started the stream. I noticed that when I say things that people don't like, that's when I lose subs. It's like, I mean, it's common sense, right? But I never say anything wrong per se. It's just people don't like it. So it's one thing if I was just babbling and saying things that weren't true. Then I'd be like, okay, cool. I can see why you unsubbed. But just because you don't like something doesn't mean I'm wrong. That's just your own ignorance. Maybe you should learn and listen, right? Hey, Galactivation Nation. Glad to hear someone else discussing Kim. She's amazing. Yeah, I've been talking about her for 2 years. I had an old channel that I lost, and I had like maybe 40% of my subs on that channel were Kim supporters, and on this channel it's more like 60 to 70%. So that's why I talk about her as much as I do, because most of the people that watch me, they want me to talk about her. So that's what I do. But I do talk about other things, not just Kim. So, but everything I talk about is important. It's just a matter of what people want to watch, right? And I can't make people watch things. All I can say is everything I talk about is important, and it's all connected. So even if you see a video that's like talking about something that you might think doesn't matter, it matters. It's my own take and my own spin on it. It's not what you would normally think it would be about. But that's just what it is, right? But I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad for anybody that watches and supports the channel because it's rough in these YouTube streets. YouTube doesn't like me. They gave me two strikes already. One was a warning because they didn't like something I said about COVID, but I wasn't wrong. They just didn't like what I had to say. And the other one, what was the last one about? I don't even remember. It was something. It was so stupid I forgot what it was. But uh, I had that strike for like 3 months, and they just lifted it on the third. So had I continued to make content, and they didn't like, what else? Because I was kind of on fire at that time. So if I would have kept saying the things I was saying, they probably would have just removed my channel. So I said it's better if I just relax and take a break because I had personal things I had to deal with anyways. So I just decided to focus on my personal life and give YouTube a break. But I'm gonna go harder in terms of making content. But it's so hard to talk on this platform because there's so many things that are against the rules, and most of the time people find out after the fact, right? Because YouTube's rules are so vague and people get banned, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna put the stream up. Let me see if I can put the stream up real quick. Give me a second. So you guys can see your comments, because if you comment and I don't respond, that means I didn't see your comment. So I want you guys to see what I see, okay? So give me a second. I'm gonna put the stream up. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys can see that. So let me read what you were saying, Galactivation Nation. You said, glad to be here. Kim just said on Reveal Report last week that she loves the trolls and haters because you can always judge a person by their opposition. Yep. That's exactly what I said in one of my last videos. And I didn't even see that she said that in the Reveal Report because I haven't watched it. But I said that if you see the people that hate Kim, they're always bad people, they're always evil, then it's common sense to me that Kim must be a good person because I only see negative people attacking her. So I'm like, okay, this is just, it's clear what's going on here, right? You said, are you in Telegram? Nope, not anymore. I used to be. But I used to follow Care and all that stuff, but I just stopped. I just stopped with everything, social media wise. And I just had too many things going on, so but I'm gonna start getting back into things. You said, yeah, are you on? Yep. So yeah. This is one thing I don't like about when I show the stream. It does this inception crap, and it keeps going back into infinity. I don't know how to stop it. Whatever. As long as you guys can see. As long as you guys can see the stream. So yeah, yeah, this is for me to interact with you guys. So you guys are free to say whatever you want and talk about whatever you want. I do have to catch up on Kim's information, and that's partly why I wanted to do the stream today, because I wanted people to come by and fill me in on what's going on. What have I been missing? It's been a few months, probably I think May since the last time I saw her. It's been a while. It's been a while. But yeah, I'm a big supporter of Kim because I know a lot of the things that she's talking about. I've dealt with some of those things myself. So I know what, at least when it comes to supernatural things, she's 100% spot on. Now, as far as banking and money and all of that, I don't know too much about that, but I do take her word at face value, because most everything else that she says is true. So why would I doubt her on that, right? But most of the complaints I get from people are she hasn't given us money, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, oh, it's the same thing over and over and over. They watch Kim because they want money, not because they care about Kim or anything else going on in the world. It's just about money. There's a lot going on lately with. And like I said, if anyone else is posting messages, you can see what I see here. So if I don't respond to one of your messages, I read all the messages and I respond to them. So if I don't respond, that means it didn't show up. YouTube likes to block people's messages for some reason in my streams. There's a lot going on lately with the government shutdown. It's not coming back. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't even kept up with that either. I just heard McCarthy got ousted or something. I don't know. It's all a bunch of nonsense drama. They just do all these things in government to try to make people on edge, right? Like, oh, this is important. We need to pay attention to this. The government shutting down. The House Speaker is getting removed. Blah blah. Trump is he did something illegal that is not illegal, and we need to care about this. I'm like, I don't care about any of this nonsense. It's just a bunch of garbage at the end of the day, right? I'm tired of hearing the same crap over and over and over. And the worst part is that everyone is so into it. So everyone I know, like everyone in the world, besides me, it seems, is into this stuff. And I'm like, why do you guys care so much about this stupid stuff? It's just nonsense. If people just didn't care, it wouldn't be relevant and they would stop doing it. Because the only reason why they do it is because people care about it. So they keep doing these clown shows and people are like, oh, wow, this is so important. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. So many idiots in this world. But anyways, so yeah, I think everyone should be, and I'm not talking about you guys here. I'm talking about just the people that, buy into that stuff. But anyways, yeah, I think people should always be prepared for the worst, right? And this is coming from somebody that is not a prepper, but I always think you should have at least a lot of water, because I have a lot of water. That's like the only thing I have. It's a lot of water. But yeah, you should always have supplies and things ready in case the shit hits the fan, right? Like, as they like to say, if things get out of hand, then people need to be ready for self-sustainment. She is taking out the trash, still a lot of it, at least a few months or more. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth about that. It's never gonna end. It's a never-ending battle because we live in a polarized universe. The universe was created by the founders, the creators of the universe, to be a polarized universe. It's a never-ending, endless game of good versus evil. So she's always going to be doing this. It's always going to be like this. It's never going to end. That's why, if you think about it, she said this like a year ago. She said the same thing. She said, we just got to get rid of a few more people and we're done. And it's still happening, right? Because once she gets rid of some people, there are some other people. The only thing I don't like about what she's doing is she's too much of a pacifist in my eyes. And I don't know if she's restricted by what does she call it? Source. If she's restricted by source where she can only do but so much. But whatever the case is, if it was me, I would have got rid of a lot more people by now. To the point where people would notice. And I wouldn't care about the public reaction. I'd be like, these people need to go. Because they are a problem. But I don't have the capabilities that she supposedly has. So it's not my job. It's not my position, right? And maybe that's for the better, I guess, because I'm a lot more ruthless than she is. But she apparently gives a lot of people chances, right? and she tries to work with people. But when you keep giving the same people chances that have been doing evil consistently, then you can only expect one result, and that's she's gonna have to get rid of them anyways. What do you mean, Galactivation Nation? Haha, you're obviously not been keeping up, and she can't play to the role of a dictator. What do you mean? Keeping up with what? What did I miss? Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is it's been happening. She's been said this before. This isn't new. She said this before. She said this. She said this since I started watching her 2 years ago. And like I said, my issue is that there are too many evil people that are getting off the hook. That's my problem. She said in many videos that I've watched that they give people chances to change and to not be evil anymore, and those people don't choose the right path and they still get obliterated by her. So it's like you already know what these people are about. They're not going to change, so just get rid of them from the start. Why are you giving them a chance? They already committed crimes. They already did evil. What are we waiting for? You get what I'm saying? So all I'm highlighting right now is I'm very different than her. I'm very ruthless. And it's not a dictator role. I mean, she's already in a dictator role if you think about it. Not per se where she's abusing the power, but she has a very unique position. You know what I'm saying? Where most people can't do what she does. Most people don't have that capability. Or the devil himself. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that, where, but okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it, right? The more evil ones that get destroyed, the better. That's my point. I would just, if I could, I would get rid of more, you know? She's had to play by the rules within natural law. So she can't just ruthlessly go after people unless they are trying to harm humanity or her. But here lately she's been taking care of business. But that's what I'm saying, Galactic, is the people, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. There are people that she has said that have done evil things that she's given them second chances. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you're understanding me. Yeah, she has caught people in the act and she's given them second chances. That's what I'm saying. Like, I watched everything for a year and a half until a few months ago that she said, every single word. And I remember very clearly her saying, and I made videos about it on this channel, where she said, we're giving these people another chance, even though they did evil things already. And many have been acting out, so they're leaving. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. To me, it's just get rid of them. Like, the first time they do something, not the second or third or fourth. The first time they did something evil, they are responsible for many deaths in the world. Get rid of them at that point. Once you figure that out, not let's work together and figure this out. Because they're not going to change. And then she ends up getting rid of them anyways. That's my point. Is if you're going to get rid of them, get rid of them. Right? Get rid of them from the start. They're evil. They're evil people. They're not going to change. They're not going to have a change of heart suddenly and decide, oh, we're going to be good Samaritans to help humanity. They're not. They're going to be evil. Hey, what's up, Giggles and Laugh? Hi, Real Truth. I'm with you. If I was her, the unrepellable humans would already have been sent back to source. Yeah. Galactic says, but you're not even been. What are you saying, Galactic? But you're not even been what? Checking up lately, and it's gotten way spicier. Okay, and that's what I'm telling you to tell me. Is she still giving people chances or not? And what's the spicier thing? Say it. What's the spicier thing? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm here for, right? I'm here to talk to you guys, and you guys fill me in. Tell me what I'm missing. Tell me what's the spicier thing that she's been doing. Because she was pretty spicy the last time I saw her, so I don't know how much more spicier she can get. I mean, killing people at the flick of a finger seems to be pretty spicy, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know how much more spicier she can get than that. But tell me what I'm missing. Hey, some people need to be gotten rid of. I mean, not some, a lot of people. Let's just say that. Yeah, so you guys can tell me what I'm missing. What has she done that was any different than before when I was watching her a few months ago? What's the new thing that she's doing? And let me tell you guys something else. If the people that are there now are supposed clones, right? Why not get rid of the clones too? They're not real people. They're not the real people. So why leave the clones? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I get what you're saying, Galactic. But has she not said, I don't know how long you've been watching her, but has she not said in the past that uh, most of the real people are gone and they're just clones now? So why are we leaving the clones there? What's the point of that? Can you explain that to me? Yeah, but I'm asking you very simple questions. Like, I'm not against Kim or against you. I'm just trying to get some kind of understanding from you as to why you said the comments that you said. Because you make it seem like I'm missing something. And so far, you haven't said anything that makes me believe that I'm missing anything. You haven't told me anything new. Everything that you're saying here has been said for the last 2 years since I've been watching her. It's all the same stuff. So what's different that I'm missing is what I'm asking you. It's very simple. You can just type it out and say, she's doing this, she's doing that. That's it. Why is that difficult for you? Yeah, they've been. This isn't new, man. Like these evil. Look. Let me explain this to you. Once she shuts these people down, guess what's gonna happen? You want me to predict the future? There'll be others to replace them. Once she shuts those down, there'll be others to replace them. Once she shuts those down, there'll be other. It's a never-ending cycle. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's always gonna be these evil fuckers in the world doing this shit. This shit ain't gonna change. It's not gonna change. No matter how many of them she get, unless she gets rid of all of them at the same time, it's not gonna stop. And that's the problem, is nitpicking who to get rid of and leaving others that are still doing evil shit and expecting those people to learn their lesson. Because she has said, well, once they see me get rid of these guys, then they're gonna stop. and they're not gonna do it. But guess what? Guess what happens next week? Same shit. There's someone else doing some evil shit, and it keeps on going. Do you get my point? It's a never-ending cycle. But again, this goes back to what I said earlier about the universe that we live in. It's a polarized universe. It's about good versus evil. It's always going to be this way. She's never going to completely get rid of them. Never. It's never going to happen because the universe doesn't work like that. It's not a all good universe or all evil universe. It's 50-50. That's the way it's supposed to be. And once one side gets too out of hand, the other side counters to keep it balanced. That's the way it's supposed to work. Giggles and Laughs says, she either straightens out your respective countries or expect to be sent back to source, all 400,000 of you. Then the next report, she didn't specify which, or if any were sent back to source. Yeah, and that's like I said, this conversation started with me and Galactic talking about, because I made a point, right? I made a comment and I said my issue is, one of my few issues with her is this, and he didn't like that, so he felt compelled to defend her. You can't be a blind supporter of anyone, and that includes Kim. Okay, I understand your devotion to her, but if she says something that I disagree with, which I've talked about in other videos, I'm gonna say it. If I see something I don't like, I'm gonna say it. I don't care who says it. I don't care who they claim to be. That includes Kim. I will say what I feel is the truth. That's why I call myself the real truth. So you can't just blind yourself like, oh, well, I support Kim, so if anyone says anything to counter what Kim is doing, I have to put them in their place. It's not going to work, especially not with me. You're not going to do that to me, right? But it's cool if you support her like that, where everything she says to you is the gospel, and I get it. That's cool. You can support her like that. But if I say I have an issue with something, I have an issue with something, and I'm not wrong. That's all I'm saying to you. So don't try to blindly support her to prove me wrong, because it ain't going to work. But anyways, so what else do you guys want to talk about? We can keep talking about Kim. I'm enjoying this. And you still haven't told me anything that I don't know. I mean, it's, I'm still waiting on that, right? For you to tell me what I'm missing. Yeah, I guess I'm not missing anything, right? But that's why I said I haven't been watching anyone in the last few months, because I think I know what I need to know about this world and what's going on in it. But just to entertain you guys, I'll watch what she says. I'll watch the news for you guys and talk about it. Right? Maybe I should just be an entertainment channel, because you guys just want to feel good all the time. Nobody wants to hear the real truth. Everybody wants to just feel good, and whatever makes them feel good, that's all they want to hear. Kim says she's going to save us, so that's all I care about. If you say anything to the contrary, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Yeah, that's how everybody is, right? You just want to hear sweet nothings. Ironically, that's how I started this live stream, talking about that. But anyways, what else you guys want to talk about? I'm a different breed. I'm telling you. I'm not like anyone you know. So if you're gonna come here and just say random things, I don't care who you support. You're not gonna just bowl over me with your nonsense. Anyone else? Anything else? Like I said, I was waiting for you guys to tell me something that I don't know, but it seems like replace this organization with that organization and move forward a few months, and it's the same story. Nothing has changed with Kim, according to what I'm reading here. It's just a different group of people. That she's gotten rid of these group of people now. Okay, who's the next group? And who's the next group? And who's the next group? Right? Today's report from Kim was very uninformative. Well, I don't know. I haven't watched it. See, like I said, the hope for me making this stream was for you guys to, and let me tell you my issue, right? It's because I have people that just watch me for Kim. They don't watch anything else that I put out. They just watch Kim videos because they want Kim to save them. They don't want to do any work themselves. They don't want to learn anything else. They don't want to hear anything else. It's just Kim, 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 Kim. When you do that to yourself, you brainwash yourself into thinking that this one person is going to do something for you that she never claimed she was going to do. She never said she was going to be your savior or save you or do everything for you. She's doing what she's doing. She's trying to help humanity in her own way. But people have to do the work themselves as well. You can't just sit here and wait for somebody to do it for you. And a lot of people that watch her are like that. They're just sitting there wondering why the world isn't improving and then complaining about her not doing whatever they wanted her to do, or just blindly supporting her. And if you go against anything she says, they don't want to hear it. I don't do that. I see things for what they are. And I speak the truth on whatever I talk about. Even and according to what Galactic said, I don't think me watching Kim over these last few months would have changed my opinion about anything that she's been doing. I would have still said the same stuff, even if I would have watched her for the last 5 months. Nothing would have changed because it would have been the same thing. Nothing has changed. It's the same. We're still in the same world with the same situation, doing the same shit. You know how they say same shit, different day? That's what's been going on. So this is why I stopped watching everybody and stopped listening to people. I just listen to myself. But whatever. If you guys want to be entertained with Kim videos, I'll make this whole channel about Kim. I'll change it to Kim's Truth or Kim's channel. So you guys can just watch Kim videos all the time. Because that's all you guys want to watch. You don't want to watch anything else. So I'll just fucking talk about Kim every fucking video. I'll put her in every single thumbnail. I'll put her in every single title. Kim Goguen this, Kim Goguen that. Even if the video is not about Kim, I'll just put her name there. So you guys can just come and watch for Kim. Because that's what you guys want to see. But whatever. I just want you guys to remember, Kim never said she was going to save you guys. She's been very adamant about that. She's not here to save anybody. She's just telling you what's going on. So you guys need to wake the fuck up. Well, Giggles, it is what it is, right? I mean, it is what it is. She's given her reasons for why she hasn't done these things. And she usually says that she's being impeded by the evil ones, right? And they won't work with her. And I'm like, well, that's why I say, why are you even trying to work with these people? They're not going to work with you. Get rid of them. If you have the capability to do so, right? You know they're fucking over the world. They're still controlling a lot of things. Because if they weren't, would we still be in the same situation we are now? Think about it. Because I want people that blindly support Kim, I want you to think about this. If the evil ones were not in control of the way the world works, why are we still living in the same fucked up world now? Please explain that to me. Come on, where are you, Galactic? Explain that one to me. Yeah, I hear crickets. It is what it is. A lot of Kim followers are starting to call her a scam artist. Well, I said this. This is what I said. When did I say this? I said this like in the beginning of this year. I said, by the end of this year, if things are still the way that they are in this world, then I'm going to start to doubt Kim myself. And mind you, I'm not expecting her to do anything for me. But if these people that she's supposedly getting rid of are still in the positions of power that they are and the world is still fucked, then I have to question that. Because I'm seeing clear evidence with my eyes that nothing has changed. So that's where I start to have a problem. You get what I'm saying? And I'm giving her until she got 2 months before I start to be the one saying, I don't support her anymore. I don't want to do that, but I will. Because I'm a real motherfucker and I don't play these games. And I'm not asking her for any money. I don't want any fucking money from Kim. What I want is the truth, right? That's what I want. So if she's doing something, do it. If she ain't, then don't say you're doing it, because you're not. Like this dude, Galactic, over here is talking about, oh, she said she's getting rid of this. So then why are we still in the same situation, bro? She's been saying this shit for 2 fucking years since I've been watching her. So why are we still in the same fucked up situation? Why? Why are the same people doing the same shit they've been doing forever? Why has nothing changed if she's really getting rid of them? Huh? How many people have to die before the world changes? How many people have to get harmed before she says, I need to take action? Who gets to decide who lives and who dies? Right? Don't blindly support anybody, man. Don't blindly support anybody. I don't care what she said to you. I don't care what you believe about her. But anyways, people need to wake the fuck up. I don't play these games. I don't play these fucking games. I like Kim, but she's got 2 months. In 2 months, if I don't see any fucking change in this world, I'm not supporting her anymore. I stopped watching her 5 months ago. You know why? Because I was hearing the same shit over and over and over. I wasn't seeing any change in the world. And I said, okay, something is wrong here. Not with her, but why aren't things happening the way she said if she's doing these things? So she's a good person, but there needs to be something. So there needs to be some visualization of what she's talking about. I need to see some result, and I'm not seeing any. Do you get what I'm saying? And when I start to doubt you, you're done. But anyways, why are the little ones still being sold and tortured? That's my question. And that's my point, is the evil hasn't changed. If anything, it's ramped up. It's ramped up in the last few months. I'm like, wow, things are getting worse. So I'm like, where is this change? Where are the good things happening at? I don't see it. Do you guys see it? Because I don't see it. If somebody sees it, please point it out to me so I can know. But anyways, I'm about to get off because Galactic kind of ruined my mood today. He made me not want to talk. I like to argue with people, but the problem with him is he's one of those people that he wants to say things to you, but he doesn't want to have a conversation. I mean, if you want, you can call me, man, and we can have a real conversation. But what I was asking you was simple, and you can just answer the question. Like, it wasn't rocket science. I wasn't asking you what's the root of MC squared minus 1,000. I was asking you a simple ass question. Like, it was simple as fuck, and you couldn't answer it. So you're a blind Kim supporter. That's what you are. You're a zealot. Anyways, if she is working with and for Source, Source must be quite powerless. You're telling me, right? I mean, that's why I don't worship Source, divine divinity, God, the universe. I don't worship shit. I worship myself. That's who I worship. I am my own God. Period. So when I hear people saying God or Source or whatever, that's also a red flag for me. Because you're saying give your power away to something else. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's the almighty whatever. I don't worship anyone, and I give my power away to no one. No matter what it is. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming by. It didn't go as I expected, but I'll be doing more of these, and all I ask is, if you come at me, come correct. Know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't just babble random bullshit. I hope you guys have a good night. And Take care of yourselves.